Hey everyone, Jacob with Scooter's Lawn Care here in Southwest Florida, and today we're talking about plant care in the cold weather. Now, in Florida, cold weather is 50 degrees, 40 degrees, or God forbid, it's in the 30s. And so when it comes to plant care, there are going to be times where even this far south, you're going to have some very, very short frosts, and that can cause a lot of damage to plants. So if you have flowering plants, have tiny, tender plants, and you know that there's some kind of frost advisory, even if it's for a very, very brief time, you're going to want to make sure those little flowering plants you cover and protect and make sure that that's all you got to do, because the frost is not going to be deep, it's not going to be long, it's not going to be problematic. You're just going to want to make sure you cover them. Two, another thing that people worry about is they worry about the cold temperature of the ground the day of planting when it was really cold at night. Ground temperature, it's just that surface frost. None of the ground is ever going to get cold here. It's just going to be right on the top. So if you need to plant later that day, or you're worried about ground temp in general, it's just the surface frost that you're having. You're not going to ever have to worry about the roots of something getting really cold or planting that day after. Now, would I suggest planting a little tender plant the day after a frost when you know it's going to be super cold and there's going to be another frost the next night? No, if you don't have to, but if you cover it, ultimately it's going to be fine. And then finally, the last piece of care is going to be if there's going to be consecutive cold nights, going to potentially be frost, you're going to want to make sure you're not hammering water or watering those plants when it's getting really, really cold. Kind of hold off on that, wait for the temperatures to come back up, because that can cause more damage. And those are some of the few little things. Mainly be focused on covering your flowering plants, certain evergreen plants, clusia, shrubs that we make hedge lines out of. They're super resilient, and planting those, and there's going to be some nights in the 40s, you're going to have very little issues. Blooming plants, if you really, really get cold and or you press into some frost weather, it can burn all the flowers off of it and make them look bad, but a lot of times they'll come right back. But some quick prevention and covering your plants will make a world of difference. So hope this helps you. There's not a whole lot to worry about down here. It stays pretty warm, and a lot of the damage that you do see, a lot of it will snap back, but we want to keep things looking as beautiful as possible. A little preventative care can go a long way.